If you were given the chance to erase one memory from your mind forever, which memory would you choose to forget and why? The night I found undeniable proof my one that first true love was cheating, I reacted horribly. It was a key moment in my life and development, but it was the start of a 3-year bender, where things went from bad to way, way bad. I still dream of that night over and over. It has played in my head on repeat for 22 years. The other that comes to mind is the night my mum passed. But although horrible, I managed to get all my brothers in the same room and we got to say goodbye as she slipped away. As painful as this memory is, I would never let it go. The time 3 boys I grew up with and was friends with since I was a young child sexually assaulted me while calling me every name you can think of. I fell and broke my foot. That was the day I discovered that when I break bones, my body reacts by losing consciousness. This happens every time I break anything. As I was in and out of consciousness and disoriented, they went to me and did what they did. One of them was my cousin. My dad and aunt were there the whole time. Drunk. I was 14. I worked in elevators, and as a consequence, I was almost always on rooftops. Once I was taking photos from the roof of a 68-story building, and I realized just in time that I was 2 feet from the edge of the roof. It would have been a 68-story fall. There was no wall. I was paralyzed for a minute or two. I couldn't move. That haunts me to this day. Just before sleep, I picture myself looking almost straight down to the ground. The moment we both knew that he had tested positive for an STD, while I tested negative, my first question was, why don't we have the same test results? I should be positive as well. My ex-boyfriend and I have been together for a year and I have been very faithful to him. At that moment, I knew what he's been up to and I still remember that moment from time to time. And I still feel very sad and betrayed by it. Coming home from the pharmacy to find my 8-month pregnant wife convulsing from a seizure on the couch turned out to be undiagnosed preeclampsia that escalated into full-blown eclampsia. Extremely fast ambulance response and amazing labor delivery team saved them. Scariest thing I've ever seen. The vision randomly pops into my head from time to time, and I talk it out with her to calm myself down. A bit sad, and not really a memory. Just heard it. But at our local retirement home, there's a probably 80-year-old man who outlived his wife, kids, and his entire family. And when people come to see him, he says his brother's going to take him out to lunch in 15 minutes, not knowing his brother is dead. Super sad story. Wish I hadn't heard it. I had limerence look it up. It's characterized with obsessive and compulsive thoughts of someone. It feels like drug addiction. I genuinely wish I had one of those MIB neuralizers and just erased her from my memory. I do wonder if I could hypnotize her away. Rise which I had with my best friend. We are not friend right now because of some misunderstanding and betrayal, and it breaks my heart, and now I build a wall for myself so people cannot hurt me anymore. I'd choose to forget every spoiler I've ever heard. Just imagine the thrill of watching The Sixth Sense and genuinely not knowing Bruce Willis was dead all along. Probably that time I accidentally saw child great pictures when browsing a regular ass forum. It was posted by some people who hated the owner of the forum. I will share something to coming home and find my dog having an epileptic seizure. I will never be able to get rid of those images in my head. The day I found out I was cheated on, I saw so many gross messages, and I was gaslit and lied to 4 hours. It was the worst day for me. I would forget being offered the chance, better than regretting not choosing the right thing. That might be traumatizing. The time I forgot to clean my goat's bowels before inserting, and it unloaded out at the same time I unloaded in it. Any memories involving my step-grandfather, if that's a thing. For all the things he'd done and gotten away with. When I was 7, and my dad left me alone at Burger King for an hour to bet on horses next door. One time when I was 10, I threw up in public. The memory still haunts me to this day. All my school memories. I wince when I remember them to this day. When my son's cat got ran over. He was so heartbroken. My mind has already deleted all traumatic memories.